everybody. How are you today? Okay, so no Perry today because we're still trying to flip that house. And somebody said in my comment section, we don't want to hear about your house. We just want to find out about the news. Well, then go find it somewhere else. Because I'm going to tell you guys what's going on in my personal life. I always done that. That's how I roll. Like, how rude to some people, right? But anyway, it's still going bad. It went from bad to worse. If I had details, that would really make you guys bored. It is a lot going on, and you only have so many days to get everything done. And we're coming up on some deadlines here, and I don't know if we're going to make it. So Perry's working, and I insisted on coming on today by myself like the old days. Do y'all remember I used to do this without Perry? I forgot all about it. Perry makes it fun, but I used to sit up here every day by myself. I would say for about 2.5 years, my first 2.5 years. But I've gotten so used to having him around because he's so crazy and makes everybody laugh. We're gonna miss him. But anyway, so I had to come on today, with or without Perry, because there's some things that we got to talk about if we're following the Diddy case, and we are. So today we're going to talk about Diddy marrying that girl, Dana Tran, no S at the end, and she's kind of twisted. I don't know how to say it. You know how some women are accomplices, they get off on this stuff, they think it's exciting. I mean, Diddy was a nut job by himself. Now he's got a nut job girlfriend. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about them reopening the Kim Porter case. And that's what they're really scared of. We're going to talk about someone's really after Jaguar Wright. Jag is making a big mess of herself. It's just this is just a mess. We're going to talk about the real reason Carisha left Diddy. Okay, so I felt that we couldn't pass along those stories because if we're following the case, we have to know these things. So let's start with them denying Keefe D's bail. Now, remember yesterday we were on here talking about this doesn't sound right. Like, where did all of a sudden Keefe D get money? And then we watched a portion of Whack 100. That's why they call him Whack, up there stumbling over his words. Do you guys remember that? And it just looks like that he was lying. I'm sorry, Whack. It looked like your ass was lying, and it looks like the judge agreed. They denied his bail. Now the rumors are that it was Diddy behind the money to get him out. Now, somebody was going at it in my comment section yesterday, talking about Diddy wouldn't do that. The feds are watching him. Diddy wouldn't do that. Diddy wouldn't put up the money to get Keefe D out of jail, to bribe him, unalive him, make the case go away. Y'all don't believe that? So, oh my God. Then I could sell air to you if you don't think Diddy had anything to do with it. To the point that it even didn't sound right to the judges, the attorneys in the room, the people watching in the room. It just didn't sound right. You sat in jail for 7 months. Okay, and listen, you don't have that much money to begin with, Keefe D. Okay, so all of a sudden you expect us to believe that Whack 100 just got a change of heart. Got to change your heart at the last minute, decided to put $75,000 down on your bail because he didn't want to see you in there. But at the same time, he was scared of you. Remember, he told the judge, maybe he should be on house arrest for my safety. Listen, the rumor is Diddy's behind this. I believe the rumor. Why does this keep blinking like that? I believe the rumor myself. I think that that's what Diddy does. He bribes people not to go to court. This is the biggest case he has. Forget the ex trafficking. It's the eyewitness that said you were a M for hire. That's the case that he's worried about. Reopening the Kim Porter case. Worried. Ex trafficking. He already did that one. Why does this keep going up and down? He already allegedly paid those people off. Remember the Little Rod case? And all of a sudden everybody started forgetting stuff and then nobody wanted to go to court. That's his MO. So why wouldn't he do the same thing to Keefe D? Keefe D is the only living person that was in that car that day. He is a huge threat to Diddy. So, but the judge wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. It just didn't sound right. Now, we know that Keefe D now has Dwayne. I'm going to stop calling him Keefe D. His middle name is Keefe, so they call him Keefe D because his last name is Davis. He has stage 3 cancer. Now, I feel bad. I'm a cancer survivor. You don't want anyone to have cancer, but he's in a sticky situation right now. And I think, I'm not trying to be mean, it's in his best interest to stay in jail. Okay. Ain't no telling what would happen to him outside of jail. And I know he says that he's not getting the best medical treatment. I agree with that. I hear rumors that, when you're locked up in the slammer, what they call it, penitentiary, whatever they call it. When you're locked up, you don't get very good medical treatment. That's terrible. Isn't that terrible? He's stuck in there. The shooter, the alleged shooter, his nephew, Orlando Anderson, no longer with us, got pow-powed himself. This is a crazy situation. But anyway, they denied it. I think it's in his best interest. I hate that you have cancer and hopefully, they'll give you some good medical care. Am I the only one that heard that you don't get good medical treatment in the slammer? That's what I'm hearing. So I know another person that I physically know had cancer and they stopped his treatments completely during COVID. I don't know. It's just a lot going on there. What do y'all got going on in there? Keefe D told on himself to get out of a drug charge. It's on him. It is. It is, child. I heard it too. Yeah, they said that, I can't do prison. I'm sorry. Sharrell, your nails are beautiful. Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I love it, love it, love it. They're silver. I don't know. My son says I look like Eddie Scissorhands. Was it Eddie Scissorhands with the blades? Thank you, guys. You don't get any good medical care while you're incarcerated. That's what I heard. That's a shame. Oh, in my home state, you don't get the best care in jail, but you do in prison. Thank you, Dom Dom. I hope he gets good medical care, but I feel like it was in his best interest. Let's take one more. He used to get treatment locked up that you couldn't afford outside. Really? Hi, Josh. For the Vegas Raiders nails. Look, they're silver. I don't know if you guys could see you could see your reflection in them. They're running around town, my family calling me Edward Scissorhands. Do you guys remember that? But I love them. I love them. I love them. Yeah, Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, that's so mean. Isn't that mean? They're calling me Edward Scissorhands. But anyway, so that's what's going on. It got denied. And so I feel like it was in his best interest. So I came on there to tell you guys that because we were going over that yesterday. Let's also talk about this Diddy being married. So there's a rumor going around that P. Diddy married his baby mother, Dana Tran. Not Dana, pardon me, Dana Tran. Okay. This is basically why I came on here, because this woman is twisted. Have you seen those stories on the ID channel? And there are some women that are just as bad as the men, like Bonnie and Clyde. She's gonna ride by her man, and and some women let their children get violated and they act like they didn't know, and because there's something wrong with them. Okay. It is, let's just say for the record that she didn't think Diddy was a bad guy and that she was living under a rock and she didn't see the tape of him putting his hands on Cassie. Let's just say she didn't see that. All the other accusations, okay, all the lawsuits, I'm sorry. You know what this man is all about. So her name is Dana Tran, and she's allegedly, well, she owned a cyber security company. She's the one that had his last child, the little cute baby girl. Let's see if they have a picture of her in here. This is the cutest little baby I've ever seen. They call her Love. Isn't she cute? But the mom is twisted. In my opinion, the mom is twisted. Now, they were going around saying that he married her so she didn't have to testify in his behalf. Now, according to the rumors, she was the person getting all of Kim's information. He hired her firm to spy on Kim. I'm going to play a tape. Get information on her, found out what she was doing, who she was talking to, found out that there was a book. It was her. This is what the rumors are, okay? And so this weekend they said that that he married her. Well, it's coming out he did not. They're not married, and they did not secretly get married. But according to the rumors, it was her idea, pressuring him to marry her so she wouldn't have to testify on his behalf. Now, listen, this is some real twisted shit. I compare her to a woman that something's happening to their kids, and then you pretend like you don't know somebody's touching your kids, or you secretly help him touch the kids. She's this kind of person. But anyway, let me play this tape really quickly about, this is from Tough News, and this is also from Impressive Channel, because when I went to Tough's channel, he has so many videos I couldn't find it. But Impressive, we all love Impressive, got a copy of the tape, and I want you guys to listen to the things that he's saying about Dana. Take a listen.
Contact with the guy that used to work for the same cybersecurity company that Diddy's recent baby moms used to work for, and he coughed up some pretty compelling information. I sent his name and contact info along with a PDF copy of some documents that is attached to this email. Do not share this information or these files just yet. But man, he is saying that Dana Tran met Diddy back in May of 2017, despite all the rumors that she got pregnant during a one-night stand. Dana did not get pregnant until the beginning of 2022, and she gave birth to their child in October of 2022. In fact, Dana had been responsible for tracking Kim's every move up until Kim passed away. Diddy reached out to the cybersecurity company in question initially for consultation about their services, and eventually ended up meeting Dana. I'm told she is responsible for hacking into Kim's mobile devices, laptops, and having Kim followed. It has also been brought to my attention that Kim was having parts of her home renovated, and the employee of the renovation company was paid to usher in a tech guy who specialized in installing hidden cameras and microphones. The renovation company provided this private contractor, with a uniform to disguise his identity, and he wiretapped and installed hidden cameras throughout parts of the house that he could gain access to. This was all said to be masterminded by Diddy, and Dana executed the plan. However, after 4 days of Kim's house being wiretapped, unbeknownst to her, she noticed that there was a weird echo during her phone conversations that had never appeared before, and the volume of her calls would raise from high to low without her manually doing it. She called in a private security company of her own, and they scanned the home using an RF detector, a white noise generator, an acoustic detector, and an infrared inspector. In conclusion of the inspection, they found out that her house was riddled with hidden mics and cameras. They found these devices hidden in many places of the home, including light fixtures, home decor, thermostats, light bulbs, smoke detectors, lamps, pens, books, and etc. Kim reached out to the renovation company and terminated the work contract after questioning them after their possible involvement. He says that he knows all of this information because Dana would call him for guidance because he has 35 years of experience and they were really close friends. He also implicated that it was discovered that Kim was romantically involved with the tech guru that worked in Silicon Valley, and after the two of them got together, it was impossible to track Kim's mobile and laptop devices. This infuriated Diddy and made him panic because it became clear that the guy Kim was seeing was protecting her. He also believes that the guy Kim was seeing has information that Kim left him. Also, that it's just a matter of time before the wicked dark truth about more of Diddy's past comes to light. He also says that before Cassie officially filed her lawsuit, she had been in verbal contact with the guy Kim was seeing. So I'm thinking that Cassie knew she had solid backup and overwhelming evidence, not only about her situation, but Kim's as well. And Diddy had no other choice but to settle. Last but not least, he explained that when it was exposed that Diddy had a child with Dana, he made her take down all of her social media, and he believes Diddy made her sign an NDA as well. Dana has cut off all communication with him and her former colleagues, and abruptly resigned from her position. She also changed her number and vacated her previous residence, which was unsettling to him because they were close friends first and then they were colleagues. He also says that he feels submerged in guilt because he lended a helping hand in making Kim one of the most vulnerable women on earth with all the guidance he gave to Dana to make Kim's life a living hell. He said that he retired from cybersecurity this past September.
I didn't know she was married. Someone said, all while married to another man. She just got a divorce. But I put this on the screen. Do you guys remember there was a young couple in their early 20s from Canada, and they were unaliving girls in Canada. The wife was just as bad. They would SA them. Come on, you guys, try to remember. They would SA them together. Her husband's name was Paul Bernard. They looked really innocent. Paul had blonde curly hair and he looked really innocent. And they even did it to Carla's sister. And then they unalived the sister. Do you guys remember? It's a really sick, twisted couple. This is what they're describing of Dana. Like, some women are just... Do you guys remember this, the Homolka case? She changed her name. I think her last name is Stone or something like that. But she went to prison for this. Yes, yes, yes. Some women are twisted. You stalked Kim, bugged her home, found out about the book. You didn't know this woman. You just met Diddy. According to the rumor, she found it is interesting and exciting. Twisted. Very twisted. I remember that. It happened in the 90s or 2000. It was a real twisted case. Oh my God. What did you just say, Megan? Carla is now a preschool teacher? This woman was going, I'm talking about Carla Homolka now, was going around town with her husband, Paul Bernard. I think that was his name. SAing women, a woman, SAing another woman, and then unaliving them. Some people just are sick. Some people sick in the head. How could Dana do this to another woman? Let alone a woman you don't know. Who does that? Child, some of these women are just as vicious as the men. She's not a preschool teacher. I hope she's not a preschool teacher. But I know she moved. I think she moved to one of the islands. Might have been Barbados, something like that. She moved away, but she did go to jail for her sick, twisted actions. It's straight up demonic. It's straight up demonic. So Megan said no, for sure she's a preschool, around preschoolers. That is just sick. That is sick. So that's how I'm looking at, this is why I came on to talk about Dana. She offers, why don't you marry me so I don't have to testify? And it sounds like she knows all of the dirt when it comes to the Kim Porter case. You have a baby with this man. Convicted carer Carla Homolka has spent time in a classroom, oh my God, with students at the Montreal private school where her young children, she has children now, attend classes. She has children now. These women that are like Carla and Dana are just as deadly as the men. You should see Don't F with Cats, great documentary. I heard about that. They bring up Carla. Carla's a twisted bee. Okay, she's twisted. And so is Dana. Okay, so he didn't marry you yet, but he might, because the rumor is he's most fearful of the Kim Porter case. Let me put this on the screen for you guys. And I'm most interested in the Kim Porter case. Now, there's been a petition started, and if you guys are into this, please sign the petition to have the case reopened. It doesn't make sense to anybody with any common sense. This case makes no sense. Two coroners, one saying you're poisoned, he comes up unalived when they get the case reopened, and now a pneumonia when they said she was walking around watching TV and invited friends over to the house the night before. The last time the person seen her, a witness seen her, was 8 o'clock that morning and she was fine. Then a couple hours later, when the person comes back, she has this bad pneumonia that no one's seen. Has to be reopened. It has to be reopened. Also, Gene Deal is asking for the case to be reopened. This is the case they're saying that Diddy's most fearful of, and he should be. This is the mother of some of your children. Most of your children. People like him, they don't care. They don't care. I want you guys to listen to what Gene Deal had to say about this. It's too much. Too much.
Feel that it was some foul play in her death. A lot of foul play. Why would you take somebody's phone? Why would you take somebody's tablet or her computer? It was some foul play. Why is there blood on her sheets? Why is things are happening that nobody spoke on? Why is that a person can say that they left at 8 in the morning and Kim was alive, and 11, she's dead? Some foul play, bro.
If it was foul play, why would somebody want Kim Porter killed?
It's a couple of women in this industry, and for their sake, I will not mention their name. Listen to me. There's a couple of women, probably more than a handful, but I know about 4 of them that knows everybody dirty secrets. And if those secrets get exposed and tell what some of these guys and some of these people were really doing behind the closed doors, in the boardrooms, in and out the closet, that their life would be in danger. The case really needs to be reopened. Because if that girl was there and she said that Kim was all right, what happened from 8 to 11?
Now, I seen an interesting comment. Sharrell, if a person doesn't respect their own mother, they certainly won't respect anyone else. Like you said, it's demonic. It's demonic. Then I seen this. He did not need to hide a camera because he owned the house. Kim was still messing with him. What do you mean, Callie? What do you mean? Let me know what you mean by that. Do you know something we don't know? And Corey Gamble was there? Was he one of the friends that she invited over? Hey, Marcella, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a week. I got to stop by your channel. Nice to have you here. Thanks for coming. I mean, this is twisted. This case needs to be reopened. It needs to be reopened. So there's a petition out there. If you guys are interested, please sign it. Callie, you're not making any sense. Well, let's just see if she says what she has to say. I don't know what that is. It needs to be reopened. If Kim was so afraid of Diddy, why was she living in his house? I honestly think people have made up this narrative. So you don't believe there's a book? You don't believe about his sexuality secret that he didn't want out there? You don't believe any of that? You don't believe, why do you think there was 2 autopsy reports? And we can't deny the fact that the first one, who wanted to reopen the case, Ed Winter, came up unalived. You don't believe any of that? I mean, we all are entitled to our own opinion. So I'm not shaming you for if you think differently, but I'm just thinking, I just want to hear your point of view. Does anybody else feel that way? That this is, oh, here, let's see. I believe Cassie finally came across someone who told her that hotel surveillance video could not be deleted from the hotel server. Well, the rumor is that Diddy paid them $50,000 and that they gave the other one to Cassie. Let me see what they're saying. Hold on, this is going so fast. Kim loved Diddy, and that's that. It's so many things that can't be explained. And let me ask anybody this who believes that this is a bunch of malarkey. What's the harm then in reopening the case? There will be no harm. If this is just a bunch of BS, there will be no harm in reopening the case. We got to get that case reopened. What did it for me is the coroner said she was poisoned. And when is the last time we've heard of a coroner being fired after 23 years? He solved other cases. But I like to hear other sides. So, I'm not going to say maybe you're right. I don't know who's right and who's wrong. I just have a strong feeling Diddy did it. The hotel was forced to notify Diddy about the tapes after Diddy requested a copy. It's true. That's true. I don't believe any of this. Wow. Because it's so unbelievable. But these celebrities are shocking me every day. I mean, if you would have told me back in the 90s when I loved the hell out of P. Diddy, I love me some P. Diddy. And if you would have said, well, they're saying that Diddy put a hit out on Tupac, I wouldn't have believed it. But as time moved on and his behavior and Kim, the discrepancy in the autopsies, there's a big difference between a pneumonia and poisoned. I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Honestly, Kim did not have a home that was Diddy's house. Well, that's true. I'm not even sure if she had an income. She didn't. He provided for her and gave her the most child support than the other baby mothers. But I can't ignore the fact that there are 2 different autopsies. I'm going to go ahead and kick you out my chat, Robert. You keep doing that. And so saying that there's breaking news and there's not, you're trying to disrupt the conversation. We can't have that. Why isn't he locked up already? Well, that's true, Marcella. That's true. Is he above the law? This world is scary. That's another thing. That's why I have to listen to everybody and have an open mind, because he's not been even arrested yet. He hasn't. So that's true. But I still believe that he unalived Kim. She's a Diddy fan. Who's a Diddy fan, Renee? I mean, maybe, I'm not going to say fan, because I know Callie. She's been watching my channel for a long time. She just believes in what she believes in. I don't even think she's a Diddy fan. I just think she looks at it different. That's a lot of ways to look. Diddy was controlling Kim. She was scared of him. He got wind of her book and he sent out a hit. That's what I believe. That's what I believe too. Okay. I thought that was the real Jag. That's not the real Jag. Let's talk about the real Jag for a minute. And then I gotta go. I wasn't planning on staying on long today. Okay, so the real Jag, child, is got a lot going on. The real Jag has a lot of YouTubers going around calling her a liar. I was one of them. I'm not gonna lie. I only backed up because Gene Deal said, let's stay focused on the goal. But a lot of bloggers are after Jag, and she gives them reason to not like her. Okay, she does a lot of personal things. I had a couple of them on here, so she's not innocent. But with that being said, Jag has a reality star, semi-famous person really, really trying to go after her. And this person is doing things to get a reaction out of Jag so she could have a blow up and a meltdown. And this is how they're making money off of her. They're even writing letters to the judge. Now, I can't read the whole letter because this was in her case, because I didn't redact it. So I don't want to give the person's name. Let me see if it's on here. You have a woman on I can read up to a certain point. So what this group of people are doing, they're writing letters to the judge, and I don't even think Jag is aware of it. Basically, giving them reasons to lock up Jag for a long time. Okay. Now, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know why they're so upset or what she did to these people, but they are sending letters to the judge, and Jag just got counsel. She just got counsel a couple weeks ago. So your lawyer needs to be aware of this and know it's a way of influencing the judge. So they're writing the judge handwritten notes like this. Dear Nancy Mueller, and I cannot read this writing, but they're basically telling the judge that Jag is on the run. She was on Crime Stoppers, and this is where she is, and you can go find her. I would show you the name, but y'all are messy. It's not a doctor. It's not a therapist. It's another blogger. Y'all are messy. Let's see what's Sharrell has paid to do an interview with Jag. He hated her until then. Who paid to do an interview with Jag? I did not pay to do an interview with Jag. I will never pay to do an interview with Jag. And if you do that, that's okay. But I don't do that. Like, I know too much stuff about Jag, and I just believe that some of the things that Jag says is just bold-faced lies. But I'm not going to hound her about it. We're going to stay focused on the goal. But I would never pay Jag. But there are people that pay Jag, and I'm not downing that he did it. I mean, I hope the one got his money back, the one that paid $700. I hope you got your money back. No, this is not I'm telling both sides of the story. I'm saying there's some people out there, bloggers, that really want to see Jag behind bars. And so, thank you, Melanated Drip. Thank you. And they're started a letter campaign, and I've heard of people doing this to influence the judge. So before she goes in front of the judge already knows that she has all these other. It's a way to taint the. You're not. They say that they're. What's the word? They have no judgment before they come in. But if I'm writing the judge letters, and I've known that people that have done this before. You think it's real life street stars? Ugh. I don't know who it is. But I know a couple people in the group. I was told it's a group of people that are really trying to be messy to Jag, do things like get her locked up so they can report on it. I'm not even saying if it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's what some people are doing to her. And then she's doing the rest to herself. Like today, she went and she's calling out Eminem, says that he plagiarizes his songs, and This is just asking for trouble. Ooh, y'all saying bad things. Y'all naming people in the chat. I'm not going to put them up here. She's definitely being taken advantage of. And people are out to get her and they want to line their pockets. Okay, thank you, Kendall. I'll see you later. I do too. As a matter of fact, I do too. Child, it could be the people that you guys are talking about. This is just a mess. This is just a mess. Let's not forget that Jag suffers from mental health issues, and people are taking advantage of that. Yeah, she was talking too much. Jag. I feel sorry for Jag sometimes. I don't hate Jag. I don't, but I won't do anything to also aggravate her mental illness. I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. Let me play this really quick. That's just, I believe that you guys could be telling the truth. That's why I'm not putting it on the screen. Let me see if I can find this real quick.
I love nature. I love what it teaches. Quiet, strong wisdom. There's a saying that if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. That's a logic I could apply to a lot of things, especially when it comes to hip hop and the accuracy of the records of the MCs that should be record holders legitimately. People keep saying I'm a liar. A lot of people believe me more now than they ever did before. This is what's real. People keep asking, why doesn't she get sued? I'm going to test that theory right now. Marshall Mathers, I charge you with plagiarism. I charge you with betrayal. And I charge you with the sacrifice of our friend. Proof. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about proof.
Let me tell you, she's talking about one of Eminem's friends. Let me tell you what I think is going on with Jag. Jag, you got to watch who you have around you because they want you to go crazy. Well, I'm not going to use it. They want you to have an episode. A lot of people are making money off of you. Now that you have counsel, you need to have him read all those letters so you know what the judge is thinking before you even go in front of the judge. It's a lot. It's a lot, people. Jag has been through a lot, but we just don't know her whole story. Maybe we don't. Oh, wow. I think it's sad if you know a person has a mental health issue and you use that for monetary gain. She's going to have an episode on a bridge. She could. Y'all don't understand. People that suffer from mental health, they have to be in a calm environment. They have to be around people that understand the illness and won't take advantage of them. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It is. Jag is going after Eminem. Is a dog whistle to fight. I don't know why she picked Eminem, but that's the wrong person you want to go after, and you never know. People think, oh, he's so busy, or Eminem, he doesn't do social media. You don't know. You don't want to find out. Jag is a narcissist who has to find a new target. When the other refused to respond, she is looking for that hit dog to holler. They are keeping quiet. All we know her story because because she told us. And Tasha K did a 3-part documentary on her. Did she really, a long time ago? Was it called Surviving Jaguar Wright? I think that's what it was called. What? Really, Melanated? She's talented, but she'll never be where she wants to. You hang around toxic people, it rubs off on you. It really does. It really, really does. All right, you guys, that's what I wanted to tell you today. I wanted to come on here to follow the Diddy story. We've got a new twisted player involved, Dana, who's trying to pressure him to marry her. This woman went after Kim Porter. It's crazy. I want to talk about that. Talk about Jag. Jag, if you're going in front of the judge soon, and at least you have counsel this time, you better be careful who you have around you. Someone said Jag doesn't want help. Well, it's going to be what it's going to be. She's his gold digging accomplice. Yes, that's true. We'll just talk about that. And Keefe D, Whack 100, you didn't stand a chance. It just didn't sound right. I mean, we know who you're working for. It just didn't sound right. All right, you guys, like I said before, me and Perry are really busy right now. But for stories like this that I think need to be told, I will come on and tell you. And then I would always try to make it at least once a day. Jag better keep her mouth shut in court. That's not going to happen. Come on, Bunny. That's not gonna happen. It's a mess. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Talk to you next time. Bye for now.